this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Browns.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
To Nick Chubb.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
brought down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
A 7-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
At the 46-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards, a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Returning it, John Ross. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
At 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Browns 6.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On third down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Aldrich Rosas on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely. They
saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On third down, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Aldrich Rosas on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
For Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In punt formation for the Browns.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The quick throw now complete to Ross. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to Mixon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Round 6.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
The score, Bengals 14. Browns 6. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Mayfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Mayfield. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for... Beckham that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Incomplete. Intended for Rashard Higgins.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was covered.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over first and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of
10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nick Chubb.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Browns.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Cleveland.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. First and goal, a touchdown. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And now here's Ross. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun again to Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here we go with Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From midfield now, Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.